Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Augustus, and I'm back again with another episode of Tsukihime. When we last left off, I think I made some promises about our main heroine showing up in this episode, but I don't think I'm going to keep those. But here's hoping, and I really am hoping, by the way, because it's been too long to not have introduced her at this point. But without further ado, let's get on with it. The morning lessons are over. It's lunch break, and Arihiko has gone on ahead to the cafeteria. Now, where should I have my lunch? Well, if I recall correctly, we promised Arihiko we'd have lunch with them. So instead of eating in the classroom, we are going to go to the cafeteria. And if not, then, well, excuse my poor memory. Let's go to the cafeteria. That is also a bit of a test to make sure that we don't have too many points with CL, because if we don't have enough points with CL, that scene just gives us 2 options instead of 3, and we don't have to worry about that for a later scene that I don't want to show off until we go to her route. I decide to eat in the chaotic, student-filled cafeteria as usual. For some reason, the udon and the soba are better than the meat and than the meal sets at our school, so naturally I decide to have some udon. I also apologize for any increase in mistakes. I'm on some medicine because of allergies, and allergies suck, and that's making me a bit loopy. So, but oh well, I feel like recording and reading. Sitting down at the table, I eat my tanuki udon. The cafeteria's TV is showing the news. The TV was set up so students can watch the recorded morning news during lunchtime. The news is having a special feature on the serial killings. It's been a whole month since the killing started, but no one yet has any idea who the killer is. He is an unidentified killer, leaving no trace and acting with no motive. Well, no motive that has been announced to the public. Usually with stuff like that, and same thing with Trace as well. I don't know how it is in Japan, but in the States, they usually hide stuff like that. And I'm going to guess it's the same in most places as well, because they can use that as a little bit of a gotcha. Like, so-and-so happened to leave a little whatever at a crime scene. And I watch too much true crime stuff, and nobody cares about this. His identity still remains a mystery, even though there has already been 8 killings in our little town alone. I am so distracted by other things, just trying to go off on many tangents, and I'm sure that's going to screw me over intensely. It's certainly very frightening, says the newscaster. I can't do a news voice, so can't do that here. Sorry. I can't do many voices, but 5th period. Feeling sleepy at the classics lecture, my gaze drifts outside the window. Classics lecture. Interesting. And a crow is perched on the classroom veranda. That's disconcerting. Not the blue crow from last night, but just an ordinary black one. I guess that makes it a bit better. With its black eyes, the crow stares inside the classroom through the glass window. It's true that it's unusual for a bird to perch there, but it's not like it's some major event. Suddenly, it comes at me. My vision gradually goes white as my sense of balance goes crazy. My field of vision sways. It feels like something is building up in the back of my head, and my brain feels heavy. Crap. I know this feeling. It's the precursor to an anemia attack. The blood that's been building up inside the blood vessels in my brain forms black clots and slushes around inside my head, causing my vision to go black. If I had to describe it, I would say it feels like darkness is pushing from my brain outwards towards my eyes. Darkness poisoning things is from something very different in a very similar universe that I've been reminding myself of recently. Hopefully, I will get there one day in this channel. Hopefully. This is bad. I don't usually collapse in the middle of class, but fumbling in a world of darkness, I blindly use my desk for support. Even that becomes useless. I can't put any strength into my fingers. All I can do now is fall towards the floor. Excuse me, Sensei. And something hits me roughly on the back. Tono's looking pretty bad, so I'd like to take him to the infirmary. Arihiko. At some point, Arihiko had came up to me. You really feeling bad, Tono? I can hear the teacher's voice from his lectern. No, I think I'll be fine. Man, he's totally out of it. Wouldn't it be better for him to leave early? Arihiko makes this outrageous proclamation loudly. I see. If you say so, Inui, then there's no mistake about it. I've already heard about Tono's health from Kunifuji-sensei. Tono, if you're not feeling well, you may go rest in the infirmary or leave early. Sheesh. I don't know what's with him. Seems the classics teacher has complete trust in what Arihiko has to say. That's unfortunate. Probably Arihiko is quite fond of that, but, that's unfortunate. Come on, you can go now. Your face is pale and all, but no one's going to know you're feeling bad until you tell them, Arihiko hits me in the back grumpily. I'll be leaving early then, Sensei. The classic teacher nods solemnly. Sorry about making you worry needlessly, Arihiko. Don't worry about it. We've been inseparable since middle school. I can tell when you're about to collapse from anemia. Arihiko heads back towards his own seat. Expressing my thanks with a look, I dragged my leaden body out of class. I leave school. It would have been better to go lie down in the infirmary, but at this hour, it'd be after school by the time I wake up. That being the case, I decide that I'd better go lie down back at the mansion, even if it means pushing myself. Phew. I think I'm feeling a little better. I breathe in the outside air and feel a little rejuvenated. Sheesh. I'm surprised at my own body. 8 years ago, the price of recovering from that near-fatal injury was becoming prone to sudden anemia. When I first left the hospital, it would have happened at least once a day. That sounds horrible. Collapsing from dizziness became a daily routine for me. After some time, probably because my body had grown, the spontaneous dizziness and anemia became rarer. But from time to time, things still triggered dizzy fits, and I still lose consciousness. Today, I was lucky that Arihiko caught me. Usually, I wind up passed out on the floor. Taking a slow and deep breath, I draw fresh air into my lungs. I can feel the blood pooled around the center of my head begin to swirl around as I head away from the school. I veer onto the main street. Once I get through here and leave the residential district, it's a direct path to the Tono mansion. Crap. It looks like I haven't fully recovered yet. Putting my hand on my forehead, I realize it's hotter than usual. I'm not going to do myself any good by pushing myself here until I collapse on the side of the road. Guess there's no helping it. Disgusted with myself, I lean on the guardrail. I'll rest for a bit until I manage to calm down. I don't have much to do, so I just stare idly around the street. It's just past noon on a weekday, but the street is filled with passerbys. Crowds of walking people, nameless people without personalities walk straight ahead without even casting a glance at the people walking beside them. Even though there are so many people here together in this crowd, in this same space, they only see one thing. Everyone is their own main character, so they only live the day from that perspective. And so, without really interacting with anyone else, they each end the day by themselves. It's an interesting thought. Not a necessarily positive one, I don't feel, but it's an interesting perspective. In a way, you could say it's a very lonely thing. I begin to think melancholy thoughts, perhaps as a result of my fever. I guess I'll go home now. I feel calmer, and all I'm doing here is wasting my time with pointless thoughts. Getting up from the guardrail, I resume heading home to the mansion so I can rest. That is, until I see her. Casually. All I did was casually cast my gaze into the crowd, but my vision freezes. Thump. Golden hair and red eyes. Her clothes are white as if they are a symbol of herself. Thump. My pulse races. My veins and arteries spring into action. My nerves split one after the other. My spinal cord goes berserk as if it is about to leap out of my back. Thump. The girl walking in the crowd is just beautiful. The distant dizziness comes back to me. My consciousness swims, falling. Thump. I can't breathe. My fingertips tremble. The blood isn't reaching them. My whole body feels cold, like I'm freezing to death. Thump. My heart beats in a rush, urging me to hurry up. I can't stand it no longer, and unintelligible words escape my mouth. I can stand it no longer. I can't think. My brain tells me only one word. Thump. Just one word repeating in my brain. Her. That girl. I'm going to... Wheeze. 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 I feel sick. Like I'm going to be sick if I try wheezing again. I can't breathe. It hurts to breathe. For some reason, I can't remember how to breathe properly. Wheeze, wheeze, wheeze. My throat is burning. My eyes are about to burst. My palms are soaked. I feel so cold, but I'm drenched in sweat. Pant, pant, pant. I have to follow her. I have to follow that girl. Chase her, chase after her, and talk to her. My frozen feet begin to move. My breathing is ragged like that of a beast. I chased after that girl in white. Pant, pant, pant. The girl walks slowly. She doesn't realize I'm following her. If I run after her now, I can talk to her. Talk to her and ask her her name. Ask her her name? Who am I kidding? I know very well that that's not what I want to do. I know, but I don't know. It looks like I want to do something else. But I can't precisely put what I want to do in words. The inside of my head is misted over like a rain cloud. My throat is hot. I can't breathe. So what? It's only natural, right? I've just seen that great woman. It would be impolite not to get excited, wouldn't it? Stop her and ask her her name. Huh. Give me a break. I'm not a kid, after all. I don't fully understand it, but there is only one thing I must do. I walk with my hands in my pockets. My fingers feel steel. How fortunate. The tools are all here. She walks. I leave plenty of room between us. So she won't notice. So the other people around won't suspect us. She and I are complete strangers. That's why I have to do my best to make following her look natural. She walks into an apartment building. I don't go in yet, but instead watch from outside. She takes the elevator up. The elevator stops at the 6th floor. I check the common mailbox on the 1st floor. There are 5 mailboxes on the 6th floor. I touch one of them and feel a sharp sensation. I smell it. There's no mistake. Her room is the 3rd one on the 6th floor. I enter the elevator and press 6. I'm excited. I grip the knife in my pocket tightly while in the small elevator. She's very close by. Just a little more and I can... her. Just thinking about it makes me feel ecstatic. My whole body feels like a sexual organ just before climax. That's a turn of phrase that Nasu likes to use a lot in his various works that I've read. Or maybe it's just the way that it's translated. I'm not sure. That's just a weird phrase to me. I get off the elevator. The 6th floor corridor is empty. This is good. Quickly. I want to do it. I arrive in front of room 3. I am about to press the doorbell when I stop. These glasses are in my way. I can do what I've come to do with them on, or I can't do what I've come to do with them on. It's a promise, Shiki. You should never cut those lines thoughtlessly. Long ago, a woman once told me such a thing, but right now, neither her name nor her face comes to mind. Slowly, I remove my glasses. I can see the black lines, and not just them. Has something happened to my eyes? Apart from those abominable lines, I can see points like black holes, countless numbers of them. I don't know myself what I'm trying to do, why I'm trying to do this. What does Tonoshiki want to do with that girl? I don't know. Still not knowing, I push the doorbell. Yes? I hear the voice behind the door, and the door opens a crack. In that instant, I slip through it. Eh? The girl says. No, she tries to say. She will never get to finish what she tried to say, because I cut her apart before she could. In that instant, I slip through the door. Not taking even a second, I draw the knife across the line running throughout the girl's body, stabbing, slashing, piercing, driving, splitting into pieces. Completely and utterly, I kill her. The black lines that divide her into 17 pieces. Through the neck, back of the head, right from the left eye to the lips, upper right arm, lower right ring finger, left elbow, left thumb, left middle finger, left breast, right from the rib to the heart, from the stomach to the abdomen in 2 pieces, left groin, left thigh, left leg, left toe, all of them. As I pass by her, not even taking a second, truly, in an instant, entirely, I dismantle her into 17 pieces of meat. I can hear an incredibly dumb-sounding voice. It doesn't feel like the voice is coming from my own throat. Dizziness. The minced pieces of the girl lie before my eyes. Red blood all over the wooden floor like I'm an overturned bucket of water. There is the choking scent of blood. The cuts are very clean, so our insides don't spill out. Only the color of red goes across the ground. Strange. There is nothing in the room. Nothing but the girl's scattered limbs and me, standing there dumbfounded. What? A sea of red blood is spreading over the floor. In my hands, I grip my knife, the murder weapon. She's dead. Of course she is. She would be human if she was alive. Why? There's nothing to ask. I just did it with my own hands. With my own hands, cleanly and instantly, I cut apart this girl I don't even know. I killed her. Yes, there's no mistaking it. Or am I mistaken? There's no reason for me to do such a thing. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. But I had no reason from the start. That's why it was a mistake. It has to be a mistake. The red blood flows all over the floor. Slowly, the dark red stains creep around my feet. Surprised, I lift my shoe, but I'm too late. Like coal tar, her blood makes a thread connecting the pole to on the floor and my foot. It's red blood, the color I hate, still flowing even now, all because I cut her apart. It wasn't me. Yes, it has to be a mistake. A mistake. A mistake. Probably a mistake. Definitely a mistake. This is the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, we find out what exactly this is. What exactly just happened? What is going on in poor little Tonoshiki's head? Find out the answer to that and more next time in Tsukihime. I hope to see you there.